So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a really cool video. Behind the camera, just here, is Jason and his fleet of vehicles, because he can't help himself with Fiestas. It's literally what's happening here. I'm going to pan the camera around now. We're going to show you guys, one, the red Fiesta that you guys have seen this week on the channel in its completed form. Yes. Yeah, completed form, and the two others that have been pulled out just to, I don't know, it's just cool. Just because it's cool, innit? So we'll pan the camera around. We'll go to the red one in a second. So Jason, hello, and welcome to my fleet of Fiestas.
Welcome to Disneyland for Fiestas.
Yes, that's it, because you can't help yourself.
No, I can't.
And I love it. So yeah, drag the white and the blue one out. We'll go around the red one in a second. Yeah, if you guys have seen the channel, the red one was bought sight unseen, Facebook Marketplace, for next to no money, but was swirly, the paint was terrible, blown up engine, like it was so bad. What I'm looking at right now is like completely different. Yeah, this is to you guys it's a week turnaround. This is a 2 week turnaround, really, isn't it? Because we've been stacking the videos up for this. But yeah, you've turned this around in 2 weeks, which is unbelievable. Like,
yeah, it's cool.
You love it so much. Oh my God, stuff's falling off in the background. Just by the way, a car there. Could you imagine that we got that on video if there was a car sat there? This is why the camera's already rolling. Like, it always has to be rolling.
It's been there for 2 months.
And on camera, it falls off. What fell off? Quickly, let's have a look.
This one.
Oh, it's the because we're talking about it. That's why. That's so funny. But it does bring. Well, that's fallen off. But it does.
You 3M.
Yeah, I know, 3M take. Cheers. Bit dark in here, but yeah, it shows off. What we're about to look at, actually, that's the promotional artwork that you would have got maybe in a dealership. So, you know, the blue one here, which is exactly how it looked on the pictures. We're very happy with that. So, the white one.
Version 1 will always be my favourite.
Yeah. Let's just get a little bit around this.
Version 1, it's been to the shows, it's had plenty of recognition. Jensen has learned a lot about cars through our journey with this car, and it'll always be the favourite. I think it's the one that was blue in the brochure, got me clicking onto the idea of RS accessories, and it just looks great. I've raised the ride height now to what it looks like in the brochure.
So you can actually drive it?
And you can drive it.
You can actually drive it.
It's such a fantastic turnkey car that never gives any problems, nothing. It's just lovely.
And it's different. It's different enough that there isn't too many 4-door RS model cars out there.
It's OE paint. So
yeah, original.
She was never painted, it's just factory.
Look at that, she's so lovely.
40,000 miles, one owner, just to refresh everybody.
Yeah.
The white one.
This is my favourite, I'm going to point out, because of the stance factor.
And we went and picked it up.
Yeah, I know, we went all the way to Essex to pick this up. And it was a very lovely day. I like this one the most at the moment because of the stance of the Cosworth wheels and the white paint and the colour-coded bumpers on this one. But I like the breakup of the black and the colour. I don't know, I like it. But
this one being a gear, I always say the gears have white bumpers, so we couldn't adjust that.
No,
it had to stay that way. And I actually think it lends itself being white with the black bar in the middle. Actually works quite well.
Yeah.
So LX, you didn't get yourself painted bumpers. Gear, you had yourself painted bumpers, electric windows. And that's about it, I think.
Yeah, that's about as far as it went.
And some slightly sexier velour trim.
Yeah.
But underneath that, the most important about this car is we were going to parts car that for this car. So we were going to put 16 valve power steering and bigger brakes and rear anti-roll bar and go Bosch. But actually,
when we drove it back, you were like,
I think it's too good to waste.
Yeah, it was.
So anyway, we know the story. This car was then fully repainted. It's had the rust cut out of it on the wings, the tiny bits that were there. And now we've got 2 completed cars. And that's not where it ended.
No, because you've got itchy feet and the red one came up.
And then this red one came along. And the thing is, I always get offered, or people passing comments, are these two ever for sale? And I'm like, well, probably not. I mean, maybe when the kids are old enough to make their own decisions with them, yes. But for now, certainly, no. They're a very nice attachment to the business and to my family. So they're not for sale.
Yeah. That's when the red one came in and this started. We will get to this actually. Yeah, I'll just show you this.
The rear diffuser.
Rear diffuser is on. Look at this.
Here, with the wheel popping out, is the one.
That's my favourite. lap with the stance here.
Don't tell the other two.
Yeah, I know, but the 5-spoke old school. I know they're a Cosworth wheel, it's old school, but like that's an old school look. Wide wheels, slight stretch on there, nothing crazy, but like the white paint is just it's just right.
And I like it. And it suits having the big wheels because it's a grown-up Fiesta. It does have power steering, it does have ABS, and it does also have a 16-valve 1600 engine that keeps up the traffic. You put those wheels on that 1300,
it don't go nowhere.
It's not happy.
No.
It's not got the anti-roll bars on it. It hasn't got power steering. It feels like you're trying to drive a train down the road.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's so much more modern in those other respects that it lends itself quite nicely to having 16-inch, 8-inch, 16 by 8 bloody Cosy wheels on it. Yeah. And they're only thrown on there as a joke, and now
it's sort of made the car.
Well, that's just how it's staying.
I'd like to point out these. From the last video, you had a load of stickers, didn't you? And sticker there.
These stickers, the sport range, the RS accessory range, that's exactly what this is. So, sporting up your Ford was a campaign from Ford in the late 80s through to the mid 90s. And it was you've got a basic car, sir, blah, blah, blah. Have you seen our Sport RS catalogue?
Yeah.
And I managed to track down the sticker and had it made. Got a matching one here.
Go on, yeah.
And it complements the dealer sticker as well quite nicely.
Love that.
And then we've got a nice little one here and a little subtle one up here. I know I don't want to go mad, I'm not sticker bomb mad, but to be fair, this one's always had the little RS logos here.
Yeah.
And I just think it just adds a tiny bit of salt to it, you know, just gives it a little bit of flavour.
I think it suits the car as if you would have bought them stickers with the kit and put them on.
Absolutely.
It was your choice to put the stickers
it's not
on.
over the top, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
I've actually left the sticker here from Valeted by Auto Cleanse many years ago, and I love that someone cared for this.
Yeah. It's enough to put a sticker on it and look after it.
And that remains.
Yeah, that is what's going off again. Bloody thing. Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Much like the key code radio stickers have remained on here.
Yeah.
I'm about sort of those kind of weird, authentic sort of ads.
No, I am too, because it's sort of period correct with the car.
Yeah.
So, we will get onto the red one. You guys have seen it in the background. We'll do a little montage and we're going to walk around it. Right, here we are, Jason.
Version 3.
The red one.
So, we've basically got the UK's answer to the Italian job, but with Fiestas and not Minis. Someone pointed that out to me on a story that I put up a few days ago, and I was like, they're dead right.
Yeah.
Pure accident. We know this was sports site on scene. A customer having a coffee. The story is, have you seen this, Jace? No, I haven't. 10 minutes later, it's mine.
Yeah.
Then Jimmy goes and picks it up on his transit, delivers it off, and I'm sort of scratching my head as to what have I done? Because I'm like, why have I done this? Anyway, the engine was seized, we unseized it. It was obviously knocking because it had been run dry of oil. That day, I'd secured an engine in London. That weekend, Steve went and picked it up, got it back down here. New clutch, new starter motor, new fluids, service items, etc. The answer now is the car is a turnkey car. Go, lovely. At the same time, we ordered some Pro Sport suspension, we lowered it. Then the horrible job of trying to find the body kit. So, this vehicle didn't have a front bib until Thursday last week. It arrived on the mat Thursday morning, got painted Friday, picked it up Saturday and fitted it.
Yeah, good effort.
It's only Tuesday today.
Yeah.
And we've had a bank holiday.
Yeah.
So, it now has the full dress kit. My favourite bit about this car is the rear spoiler. This is called a Zender. So this is the Zender rear spoiler from the Zender styling package of the 90s. So it took the Ford spoiler idea and went beef and basically just put it on some steroids. And I think actually it works on red really well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it works incredibly well on the packaging of the car with the lip kit. it just sort of blends in,
Yeah.
and you don't necessarily notice how different it is unless there's one in the room.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you've also got the standard RS turbo rear spoiler as put on every Fiesta. You know, it just makes sense.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brake light in there. Yeah, it looks so right.
New plates, new badge kit, new Fiesta, new LX. Just a few of the little bits and pieces. 15-inch soft lines, shod in some Michelins. We haven't finished the valet on the inside yet. We've started to tidy things up.
But
the steering wheel remains.
The steering wheel remains. I will say, just as we go past it, the job you've done on making the paint actually look nice is incredible. No, like this looked. If you watched the last video, you will know full well what the paint looked like when this thing came in.
Mozzarella on it.
Yeah, it was so bad.
But kudos to the painter.
Yeah, it's just the finishing.
There was no silicons in it.
No.
There wasn't really anything wrong with it, but I knew there was more to have.
Yeah.
So
the shine on it's ridiculous.
If you follow me on my socials, you'll see the journey we've been through on the car. I've literally just been sanding the panel here and then, polishing it back until we got the finish you see now, which is pretty respectable.
Oh yeah, really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm well chuffed
really
with it.
nice.
But yeah, no, it's as handsome as the other two.
Definitely.
And I just can't wait. The most exciting thing for me will be if one of our followers, a youngster, who's been collating a bit of his summer money he's been earning, much like I did when I was a kid, and he wants to come along and buy it. It's going to be quite cheap. I'm not asking the world for it. I just want someone to enjoy it, and I want to see him at show. Oh mate, you know, that'd be cool. So that's kind of where we're going with this one. I hope one of our joint followers wants to get into a classic car that they can buy outright, they can tinker with themselves, and as they get older, not much the same as these two, we know what happens with these cars.
Yeah.
Just throw a Z-Tech in there, throw a turbo in it, do whatever you want, but you've got a nice solid base to begin with.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. We had this up on the ramp before work commenced, and she's solid.
Yeah.
There's nothing under there that I think,
oh, that's a
we're
worry.
going to need to weld that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have bothered.
Nah, it wouldn't have been worth putting an engine in it.
The only reason
painting
these two
it.
got done is because they were so straight from the off.
These were one owner cars with low mileage. It was, you know, whereas you're taking more of a risk here because there's more owners and more mileage and stuff. So, mate, I think you pulled it off in a short space of time. 2 weeks for an engine swap, painting everything, finding everything, lowering it, like sanding everything back. Absolutely smashed it. So, well done.
Thank you.
And that proves that a 2 week turnaround is possible if you actually like the car. Because you actually like these things, so that helps, doesn't it?
The satisfaction for me is in the final thing. So obviously I've got a vision and everyone was laughing at me when it turned up. They're like, why?
Yeah, what are you doing now?
I said, because we'll make it nice. We'll make it another car that'll be on the road for maybe, you know, a few more years to come. That's the cool thing about it. I'm just preserving what's out there that's left. The next thing to do, and for me, I'd love to do a Mark 5 Escort base model, Mark 5, and I really want to do a reproduction of the RS Accessory film that Ford produced in 1992.
Yeah.
So I want a white one, and then I want to find everything that they did on that car, and that'll be a keeper. Like that's the car for me next. I think I'm going to be fussy. I'm going to wait for a white Mark 5 to come up, and that will be the next one to do.
Okay.
And it can be a 1300, it can be a 1600. I don't really care how it's powered. I just want to recreate that video and that car to go next to this blue one, which is the brochure car. Yeah. The white one was the other brochure car.
Yeah, nice.
So.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it out there in the space. If you do have any of that kit for those Generation Escorts, let us know, because we'd like to do this again, but on a different chassis. So I think that would be pretty cool.
It did feature.
Yeah, there it is!
On the front of the brochure.
Oh dear!
So we've now got a red one. On how badly do I need to make some of these plates up?
I was going to say the number plates are
They're
sick.
so cool. So yeah, the red one is, I know it's a 3-door, and the blue one was a 5-door. But they're here.
They're here and ready to roll. I love that, mate. It's cool, isn't it? It's on the thing, yeah.